What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play Hyrule Warriors Legends. In the last episode we started the Wind Waker Saga, and in this episode, well, we're going to continue with the search for Sia. This time we're playing as Lana. Yeah, oddly enough, still not playing as like a Wind Waker specific character, but whatever, let's just choose our fairy and get going.
A short time before the strange happenings washed over the kingdom of Hyrule, Lana had returned to the Valley of Seers, where she used sorcery to search for clues to the vanished Sia. It was there that a figure appeared and stole away the Triforce of Power. It took Lana by such surprise that she never had a chance to identify the thieving villain. At this point, the strange happening in Hyrule occurred, and Link was sent off to investigate. Lana sensed that a Gate of Souls had appeared in Gerudo Desert. She also sensed that she might be able to uncover new clues to Sia's disappearance if only she visited that spot. And so, Lana left behind the Valley of Seers and set off for Gerudo Desert.
Yeah, I bet you guys didn't see that one coming. Sia is still alive. Who knew? Like, honestly, that totally caught me off guard first time I played through this section of the game. Like, I never would have expected them to bring Sia back, because literally in the normal campaign of Hyrule Warriors, you kind of actually kill Sia, like, technically, because, you defeat her, Lana runs up to Sia, and then Sia just like disappears into thin air, and I guess you could say, you know, oh, because she disappeared, that means she wasn't actually dead. And it's like, alright, come on, that's kind of a cop-out. Like, we all know Nintendo being the family-friendly company that they are, they're not gonna show you like a dead corpse. So her disappearing was Nintendo's way of showing that, yeah, Sia is essentially dead. Like, that's just how it was supposed to be. So I feel like, you know, maybe her inclusion in the Wind Waker Saga was a little shoehorned in and, not really planned from the very beginning, but I mean, hey, she's still alive, apparently, and now Lana is sort of looking for her for some reason. Like, I'm not really even sure why she would, but, I mean, we're looking for her, so there's that now. Like, I suppose you could say because Lana and Sia are technically sisters, although it's more so that they're like two sides of the same coin, if you will, like Lana being the good side and Sia being the bad side. So I don't know, you could say like maybe Lana's looking for Sia because maybe we knocked some sense into her after we defeated her in the main campaign. I really don't know, guys. I'm not even sure like why I'm thinking so much into this right now, because really the plot of this game makes no sense anyways. Like, it's 17 million different timelines converging into one. There are 3 different versions of Link that are playable in this game. There's normal Link, Toon Link, and Young Link. So the fact that even that exists should just like tell me right off the bat that yeah, you probably shouldn't think too much into this game, which is hard for me to do because I don't know, I like Hyrule Warriors, and the main plot of like the base game itself I actually really liked, but now with all this extra content that sort of seems kind of haphazardly thrown in at the end, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit weird for me now. Like, I don't thoroughly enjoy it as much as I did with just like the base game. You know, it's kind of like when there's a really good movie, right, and it does really well in the theaters, so then they decide to make a sequel to that movie, and it's like that movie didn't really need a sequel to begin with, so it kind of like ruins what the original movie sort of founded, if you will. Like, I know that analogy probably doesn't really make too much sense, but hopefully you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from. That doesn't mean like I hate this game or I hate the plot of this game now. It's just like I feel like the extra stuff they added is kind of unnecessary to the overall story of the game, but I'm still looking forward to showcasing it for you guys here on the channel. Anyways, I guess I do have like an update for you guys on the whole E3 registration thing. So, very quickly to catch you guys up in case like you're just tuning in or something. This year I decided to register for E3 as media, or at least try to register for E3 as media, because E3 is a huge video game expo here in North America. Those of you in Europe, you probably are more familiar with Gamescom. E3 is basically the same thing, except it's been around for a lot longer, and it's usually where like the major video game developers and publishers announce like what they're doing for the upcoming year. So it's a super huge deal in the gaming industry to, you know, attend E3, even watch E3. It's just a big deal. So I've been watching E3 since like, I want to say 2004, maybe even like before that. I know I've been watching it online for a very, very long time, like since I was a little tiny kid. So it's always been like one of my dreams to actually go to E3. But the thing is, Gamescom in Europe is actually open up to the public, but you know, E3 is for media and press and people who are like actively in the games industry only. Like, it's not open to the general public. So if someone like me wants to get in, it's not exactly easy. And I thought maybe like with my YouTube audience and my presence here online, I might be able to apply as media. Like, I actually called the registration office and I'm like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I have this amount of subscribers, what would I need to submit if I want to register for a media badge? And the guy's like, oh, okay, in that case you need to submit this, this, and this. And I was like, oh, that's super easy then. So I went ahead and submitted the required documents. After I did, I got an email saying that I can expect a reply within like 2 weeks. Like, and I'm like, alright, so 2 weeks, that's not really too long. We'll see what happens. 3.5 to 4 weeks later, I finally got a reply. Like, yeah, it's been a lot longer than 2 weeks, but I got a reply, and sadly, they denied my request for a media badge. So this year I will not be attending E3, which is unfortunate, but I can kind of understand why, because like E3 is this huge prestigious gaming event. So one of the reasons why they might not have accepted me, by the way, they never actually gave me reasons as to why I got denied, just that they denied me. So one of the reasons I could see why they denied me is because my channel is not exactly that large. Like, some of you guys might look at my channel and see you have 56,000 subscribers. You know, that's kind of a lot, you know, but honestly, in the grandest scheme of like YouTube gaming, that's kind of on the low side. There are like a ton of channels now that do gaming content that have way more subscribers than my channel does, and they got there a lot quicker than my channel did. So I can totally understand, you know, if that is one of the reasons why E3 denied me. But don't get me wrong, guys, like, I'm not saying I'm ungrateful for where I am right now on my channel. Like, I'm super happy to even be where I am right now, and you know, I'm glad that we've been able to accomplish everything that we had. I'm just saying that that could be one of the reasons why I was denied. And if that's the case, then I suppose I can wait until next year, because then I'll be a little bit, you know, higher on the totem pole, I guess you could say. Like, I'll have more subscribers, hopefully, and maybe I can apply again and get accepted in 2017, who actually knows. But I'm thinking maybe another reason besides just that is that I don't really cover news content here on my channel. Like, occasionally I will make a video discussing a topic about news, like maybe if there was some Zelda news, or, you know, after a Nintendo Direct, something like that, but I don't do that very frequently, and I think that probably does play a bigger role than the number of subscribers and stuff like that. So that's another reason why I actually did want to start a news series on the channel. I am working towards that. Like, oddly enough, one of you guys watching contacted me about that and wanted to help me create the graphics necessary to put that together. So you know who you are. I've already emailed you a couple of times, and we're talking about stuff to get that working. So yeah, maybe I will get that series off the ground, and I kind of like have a bigger desire to do content like that now, because if that is the case, like, I can totally make news content on this channel very easily, you know, as long as I can find the time. Like, that's the main thing, honestly, is finding the time to record all these videos, because it might not seem like it, but the Let's Play videos, they take kind of a long time to make. Like, roughly maybe an hour or two per video is how long it would take, and then the news videos on top of that I can already imagine taking a lot longer, just because there would be more editing involved in making those look nice and presentable and stuff like that, depending on how exactly I want to create them. So yeah, like, there's a lot that goes into making videos, and it's very time consuming, and since I'm just one person, I have to do all that on my own, so you know, the time does add up. But that is one of the reasons why I want to make more news content, because I think I could actually make a really successful news show here on the channel, because I've been following gaming news for a very, very long time. Like, since I was a little kid, it's always been something that interested me, and I do have some minor experience, because those of you guys who have been around the channel for like the past couple of years probably remember the expansion pack, which was a collaboration group and also a website that I started with a bunch of my friends, and that website was basically run by me and maybe 2 other people, but I actually wrote a majority of the articles for that website, and it was like reporting of anything that was happening like within the Nintendo gaming sphere on that website. So there would be like maybe an article every day, every other day that I would write and put up on that site. So I already have some experience with, like, you know, writing articles and stuff like that, and I feel like doing that in video form is essentially the next step of that process. And if I do that, I feel like I could do it well enough that maybe further down the line, if I wanted to register as media for events such as E3, I would have more of a reason to go, because then at least I have that background of you know, reporting the news already, whereas now I'm sort of just like a Let's Player, and I can totally understand, like, if E3 didn't approve me because they looked at my channel and just saw that I upload gameplay videos. Like, that's not exactly news media or media worthy or press worthy, if you will. So that to me makes the most logical sense as to why they denied me, but I suppose it doesn't really matter, like, either way. I knew when I applied that it was a long shot, so I just sort of like threw my hat into the ring and wanted to see what would happen. It got me thinking as to what I can change leading up to next year, so that way maybe if I apply in 2017, I'll have a greater chance of getting accepted that year. And I think that's just, you know, what I default to when something doesn't work. Like, oddly enough, because I've been doing YouTube for so long, like, I consider myself just a creator now, like a content creator. Like, that's what I do, that's what I strive to do, and it's what I love to do. And it's weird because if you had asked me, like, you know, 5 years ago if I was a creative person before starting YouTube, I probably would have said no, because I have a very analytical mind, but because I've been doing YouTube for so long, I think I've really given that creative side of me more freedom to sort of, you know, work and express myself, and as a result I've become a more creative person. And like, I have an entire document like section on my computer dedicated to ideas that I've just sort of thought about randomly and just wrote down so I wouldn't forget about them. But they're all ideas that I can't do currently because they're larger than what I can currently produce on my own. Like, I have a lot of ideas for these really grand videos or these amazing video series that I think would be awesome, but because of like where I am currently, I just can't produce them. Like, whether it be not having the equipment needed, or, you know, not being able to do everything on my own and like needing a staff or a bigger workspace or something like that. So I mean, I have all these ideas, but I mean, right now I think I need to focus on these small scale and just like grow my channel to the point where hopefully one day I can like produce all these things that I have ideas for, because that would be really, really awesome. Like, I've always had the dream, like, since starting YouTube, you know, of just like growing my channel to the point where it's so large that I could sustain not only myself, but maybe a small like studio on top of that dedicated to making amazing gaming content for the internet. Like, Let's Plays is what I just fell into, but I've always loved the idea of making more produced content and, you know, stuff like shows and just anything revolving around gaming. Like, it's two of my biggest passions, I guess you could say, like creating content for the internet and playing video games. So I just want to do more of that. Like, I know it seems so weird to hear me say that probably, but it's something that I've fallen in love with over the past couple of years, and I couldn't see myself doing like anything else right now. So I'm glad to be in the position that I'm in right now, and hopefully for the next couple of years I can continue to make these videos and make even more videos that you guys enjoy, because at the end of the day, that's what I love the most. Just making someone else smile, or having someone tell me that they thoroughly enjoyed my content or it was entertaining to them, because that, at the end of the day, is my job here on YouTube, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyways, though, yeah, with that, we are pretty much done with this mission, and I totally ignored, like, everything that we did. You know, I feel like I use these Hyrule Warriors Legends videos as sort of like vlogs, if you will, sometimes, because I completely spaced out and just did the mission because I knew what you had to do. But yeah, to quickly give you guys like a roundup, all you have to do is close the Gate of Souls, attack the Helmrock King, finish closing the Gate of Souls, and then you know, go and capture the boss's like keep so he can stop healing. And that's pretty much how you defeat the Helmrock King and save Tetra here in this particular mission. So ta-da, we've done it, guys. Not too shabby.
Lana and Link managed to rescue Tetra and close every Gate of Souls. But the change that had overtaken Hyrule seemed irreversible. Lana, Link, and Tetra were all at a loss as to how to remedy the situation. Just then, when they were most in need of help, a certain legendary figure appeared before them. It was King Daphnis No Hansen Hyrule, the King of Red Lions himself. In Tetra's world, King Daphnis was the ruler of the ancient kingdom that had been sealed away. By divine command, he revealed himself, hoping to save a world rocked by strife. He explained that the cause of the conflict was an evil presence in Tetra's world. Their target much clearer, the heroes knew where they had to go. They set out on their next journey, dreading the difficult battle ahead.
Aw, yeah, that's my boy Daphnis No Hansen Hyrule coming out from the shadows. Aw, man, I was honestly so excited when they announced him as a character because it's so bizarre. And the King of Hyrule, you know, the King of Red Lions, how cool is that we actually get to like play as him in this game? I'm so excited for that. Anyways, let's do a little bit of you know, inventory and menu management. That should be okay, so I'll take those rupees. And also all those materials. But now that we are done with the second mission, I think that's going to do it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.